Scuttlebutt Radio with your hosts, Tom Claxton and Cal Walters. For veterans, by veterans. To get on the line, call 343-0106 now.
And welcome back to the Scuttlebutt Network radio program, the voice of the veterans for the veterans, transmitting live on 106.5 FM and firing the shots heard around the world on ScuttlebuttNetwork.com. Hey, you can always catch us on the FM Talk 106.5 app on your social media devices. You can listen live there, but you can also catch the podcasts of our regularly aired shows are up there. And the podcasts of Tom's Tirade are up on Castbox.fm. But, the FM Talk 106.5 app is up on both the Google Play and Apple Surveillance Store. And you can also check us out on Facebook. And I'll tell you what, it's been a while since we've had him on, but it is an honor to be joined on SBN Marine veteran and recording artist, Mr. Daryl Myers. Hey, Daryl, welcome back to SBN, and thank you for your service.
Hoorah! How you guys doing?
Right. Hey, man, it's awesome to have you back on here, and I understand you've been wearing that pin out, writing some new music. Yeah,
I appreciate you having me back. The last time I was on, I was able to, I just released my song Double Dogs and played it. I've been writing some more songs, and actually Friday released a new full album, which includes Double Dogs and 9 other songs coming out Friday.
All right, well, give us a little bit of background about your time in the Corps.
Went in 99, of course went to Parris Island, like all the real Marines, where they go.
All real Marines, baby. Not Hollywood Marines.
And then we went to Okinawa for a couple of years, then stationed out in 29 Palms, finished up. Okinawa was where I actually recorded my first album there in my barracks room, Solid Gold. Wanted to make some music, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I was like, I want to write some stuff. So I just had some equipment shipped over to me and set up a little corner in my barracks room there and did the first album. So that's kind of
you had a little recording studio in Okinawa in your barracks?
Yeah, so I recorded an album. It's not the greatest recording.
Brother. Yeah, that is awesome, Daryl. Now, you say you recorded your first album there. Now, what could you have recorded that on? I mean, what kind of a system did you use?
Well, I had my Roland XP50 keyboard, which had a bunch of sampled synthesizer sounds. Of course, it was 20 years ago, and technology is kind of really advanced these days. That's one reason why I've been able to do what I have now. But the sounds kind of sound a little cheesy in the 80s, but like the guitars and something that great. Right. But some of the instruments sound pretty good, and I was surprised that it turned out as good as it did. It was a lot of fun. A lot of the Marines enjoyed it. I had to tell them to shut up sometimes. All their drunk tirades up and down the hallway.
No, we wouldn't do that. Well, how many albums have you produced, Daryl?
Actually, this is the second one, the one I'm releasing now. I had always said I want to get back into it and record some more stuff over the, since I got out. But, kind of like a lot of things in life gets in the way and kind of gets put on the back burner sometimes. And plus, a lot of it was kind of just frustration with myself, not, thinking I'm good enough or able to do what I want to do. But if I just got to the point where, got some free time up at work, wasn't going out of town as much traveling, so I was able to kind of get back into it a little bit. Just tell myself, hey, you gotta make a lot of bad music before you can get to the good music, and just keep at it. So hopefully this is hopefully I'm getting better every time. So
well, you have to do it, and try it the first time, see what kind of mistakes you make, so you know what to clear up to do it next time. Right. Yep. Well, how many albums? Did you say you just produced 2 albums?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this will be the second one. So I'm gonna do some other stuff, and then hopefully, this is kind of a learning experience for me to get back into it and really learn a lot of new technology. Because set up in my own spare room I had here in a studio, and with the way, especially since I don't really play guitar or a lot of these instruments very well, but they have a lot of technology where you can incorporate a lot of sounds, sampled sounds that sound really great. And plus, I've hired some other musicians to play for me, a lot of guitars and stuff on the album. So just learning how things are and trying to. But like I said, nowadays you have you probably heard of like Billie Eilish and some other people recording their whole albums in their bedroom too. So it's just it's a great time to take advantage of these things. So.
Well, back in the day when Elvis got started, would he pay $2 or $3 to get his record cut?
Right.
No, I don't think they would do it now for that.
Right.
No, they want a pocket full of money. You got to be a millionaire before you can start cutting records.
Oh yeah. But that's why the indie music, indie artists, really, the best time for them now. They don't actually rely on the music studio, especially play like Spotify and all the streaming online services. Anybody can pretty much just, if you can record it, you can release it, and then so you never know, you might get lucky and somebody out there might hear it, be the next, Justin Bieber, who knows.
There you go. Well, does it take a lot of equipment now, or has all that been refined?
Not really, and it all kind of depends on what you want to do, the type of music that you want to make. Like I said, my album that I just released, I kind of call it, it's like if Garth Brooks and the band Chicago had a baby, and then they had Pink Floyd be the nanny. That'd be kind of like the sound of what I've kind of done. But I got some country and some rock, like all the drums, pretty much from sampled drum kits. Now I did hire some guitar players to play the guitars, because that's really is one of those instruments where you can do some to them, but you really you can kind of spot like a sampled guitar. But other like get that sound into the song that you're working with. Right, but like right now I'm working on some like sync music and some stuff like for TV and film and like that, where we use a lot of strings and horns and orchestration, and those sounds have really come a long way. So you can really incorporate a lot of stuff on your own, just out of the box, out of the computer software. Basically what you're using, and a little keyboard. So you can do a lot.
Well, the software. Did you have to buy a special program on your computer to put all that together?
Yes, I use Pro Tools. There's other stuff out there that people use, like it's kind of like GarageBand on an iPad. A lot of people use, and then there's other stuff. But Pro Tools is what I use, and it's you can record a bunch of different tracks and instruments and put it all together and cut it up, and arrange it and add different effects. That's stuff you want to do to it. So it's amazing the things you can do.
It is amazing. If you've never done radio, or like you're doing there, developing records and all at your residence, you wouldn't realize the equipment that they have available. I know that we run into a lot of it here at the studio when we're recording stuff and recording commercials and recording the tirades that I record. For that program, the tirades will sound a lot different.
Right. I've upgraded some over I've got better microphones, and you have other interfaces and little mixers and headphones and little things like odds and ends like that to kind of help things sound a little bit better, and some speakers and some room acoustics. So there's things I've been kind of building up as I go along to kind of make it better. So.
What is the equipment that you have? Is it compatible to do a podcast?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it would be easy for you to do that with the equipment that you have.
Yeah, that's what I've thought about in the future or later on. Doing different things, expanding about. Once I get more experienced with recording and learning stuff. Maybe have I've seen other people out there have podcasts about recording. People just to kind of educate. Things I learned, kind of teach other people how to do. Maybe in the future.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Well, we're getting ready to go into a break here, and we're going to take a listen to one of the cuts from your album, and we'll talk a little bit more with you on the other side of the break. So,
sounds great.
For our listeners out there, enjoy it.
And again, we're joined by on SBN Mr. Daryl Myers from, I guess you could say, Devil Dog Studios. But hey, Daryl, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your service. I had a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
So with that mishmash of, you said it was like Garth Brooks into Pink Floyd into this. So it's like, it'd be like I have friends in the Wall, and I can't get them out of my head, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Well, one of the things also, Daryl, is you were talking about the mental scenario and breaking points that a lot of our veterans have from being overseas and all, and what we're really talking about is PTSD, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of that in your time in service. Yeah,
I think with this, the album I put out, the album titled 10 for 20. So basically, it's 10 songs about kind of 10 experiences over the past 20 years since I recorded my last album. And this one, Breaking Point, is the first one that I did, and it kind of wanted to address since I have fellow veterans and family who suffer from the PTSD, the depression, anxiety, and other. I just wanted to address the mental issues. And then with this song to kind of show, even though I may not experience all those things in that song, but, a lot of people could probably relate to even just stress, from day to day. I just wanted to kind of show the things people go through, plus let people know that there is hope. And like one of the numbers that if you go to my website, there's some resources on there at darylmyersmusic.com. Some different Simplify Fund, Wounded Warrior Project, and there's a number 1-800-442-HOPE that people can call if they're ever struggling with anything. I just wanted to try to address those issues, let people know there's always somebody out there to listen. If there's anything you needed to ever talk about.
Yeah, well, and that's one of the things that we really need to take care of our vets and the guys that's coming, come back from overseas. There, even the guys in World War II and Vietnam and all the other sources, and like you're saying, being on Okinawa and all, some guys' mental chemistry will handle it, and some guys' mental chemistry won't handle it.
Right.
When will your album be released?
It's coming out Friday. This coming Friday, the 17th. I said I've released a few singles already. You can go to the website now and check them out. But this album actually includes 4 new songs that I haven't released.
Yeah, we've got a bad phone signal from you coming in. It's I don't know what to call it, but it's just going in and out, wobbling or whatever. It's breaking up a little bit. Do you show it on your phone?
I hear you fine.
You're looking good there?
Yeah, I'm hearing you fine. All
right. Well, let's your new album, 10 for 20, the 10 songs about experiences from the past 20 years. Let's take a listen to another cut from your new album, and together through it all about marriage and relationship struggles. I know this has got to be a big deal with one of our vets coming home as well.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's listen to this.
Tell you how to live, what to say, do to love. They gonna try to fit you in a box, tell you things just because. But I know you won't let them, 'cause you're stronger than the rest. I see all those days, I just shake my head. They won't be kept down or pushed around. In this world, they may stray, but they'll always stay true. But it won't be you like my girl.
Dang, that is awesome.
Actually, that was the one I wrote for my stepdaughters, Not My Girls, which is kind of like another big thing that I've recently been having to do the past few years since I met my wife. She had 2 daughters from a previous marriage, so just wanted to kind of write a song for them and for other kids too, especially these days, just to tell them to be yourself, be who you are, and to heck with anybody else what they think.
Well, I'll tell you another thing that I noticed: the recording and the music and the professionalism of that song is so much different than the one that you cut, as you say, 20 years ago.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you've learned a lot by that, haven't you?
Oh yeah. So,
well, let's listen to the Devil Dog music that you recorded. Devil Dog music is in my recording studio where I record custom songs, demos, and jingles. So let's see if we can listen to that. You got it all covered, big guy. I'll tell you what, thanks for joining us and sharing with your music. Now, where can folks go to get your album?
You can go to DarylMyersMusic.com. It's DarylMyers music.com and check it out. And they can download it, and also too they can buy the CD. Actually, get a 2-for-1. I'll give them a free copy of my old CD, Solid Gold, and autograph them and everything for them.
Okay. I know that we've still got a bad phone connection there, and we'll make sure that we get this on the Scuttlebutt Network's Facebook page here as well, and get the information out in case anybody's looking for it. But then, did you say you had a website or a Facebook page?
Yeah, it's Daryl Myers Music. On website, Facebook, Instagram, wherever there's social media, you'll find me. It's DarylMyers music.
Daryl Myers Music. Okay, buddy. It's awesome. Keep us up to date on what's going on and any of the new music that you get a chance to write. And Cal, I'll probably get with you and look at some of your equipment that you got over there as far as being able to do a podcast or something of that nature. That's one of the things that we've got on our plate. Sounds great. I look forward to it. I appreciate y'all's support. All right, big guy. I tell you what, we really appreciate it. And for how much time we got there, Mr. Phillip? All right. And for more information, you can always check out ScuttlebuttNetwork.com. And on the other side of the break, tirade on Empire Killing and more when we return to the Scuttlebutt Network.